Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Paulette.
Please introduce yourself to us.
Okay, my name is Catherine Madoni Muya. I'm the founder of Chamama brand. I'm a wife, I'm a mommy, and a lover of life, and a lover of God. Yes.
When and how did your journey for the Chamama brand come about?
Well, I resigned from my job in 2020, and about that time I was really looking to go into business. So I've been in business on and off since, oh my goodness, for as long as I can remember. But the kind of business I wanted to set up when I left employment was one that was scalable. So I remember praying over that for many months. The idea for Chamama, the name was just a day. I remember it was a day, it came to mind. I wrote it down somewhere and just shelved it. That was 2020. Then maybe a year later, I was like, where can I find these things? I had a set when I was growing up, and I was like, I wonder if I can find them. So I went back to the places I knew they would be in the juakali sector. Got a fundi to make a prototype for me, and then my children were the testers of the concept, and they loved it. It was during COVID period, they weren't really going outside to play, so that really kept them occupied. But the business idea, or rather the business itself, started just a year ago. That's when I had the guts to go for it. Well, seeing how it worked for my own children, I was like, maybe parents out there would want this for their daughters and sons. Yeah, that's how it started.
Okay. What did the first Chamama set comprise of, and has it grown from the prototype?
Well, it's still essentially the set we have now, except like it was a sufuria. The sufuria has changed. The first one, the original idea didn't have handles, and it was a result of customer feedback that we decided to introduce the handles. And then also we made it to two sufurias instead of one, also because of customer feedback. Yeah, but the set is still essentially the original idea of the jiko, the sufurias, the kijiko, the deep frying pan, which we call the karai, and the chapati pan. Yeah.
What's your current favorite thing about Chamama?
Making TikTok videos. It's a nice surprise. It's something I didn't think I would be able to do. I am grateful for the people, for you guys, the ones I work with, Gen Z, understand this whole world, and I'm glad I chose to invest in that part of the business from the beginning. I know as a millennial and an old school one at that, I wouldn't have hacked it alone. So that's an aspect of it that I've learned a lot from over the past couple of years, and I really enjoy. Yeah.
What are you most proud of about the Chamama brand?
I feel like it's a family brand, and maybe related to the previous question, one of the things I've come to enjoy that I hadn't anticipated is how much time I would spend with my daughter, who's known as Nana. So I feel like Chamama represents family, it represents bonding, and it's just something that I hold true to my heart. Like, I really value that at heart, for family members to do things together. Yeah, so I'm really proud of that.
Okay. What has been the most challenging period in the Chamama journey?
Challenging period, I would say. I think just the consistency of production, getting a good fundi, and getting the fundis. We do have good fundis, But then there are some products where we've had to change funding and just maintaining consistency in terms of quality of our products. That has been an ongoing challenge that we haven't quite figured out. But I have to say, I do have, for the fundis who, like there's one fundi we've had from the beginning, and that has been a blessing in terms of quality. Yeah.
What area of your business are you still struggling in? I feel like that's the same thing you've answered, but
Yeah.
is there anything else? Or you can...
Wow. Growth, I suppose. Well, is it a challenge really? I knew I'm going to scale up. Like as I said in the beginning, the business I wanted was a scalable business. Sometimes I feel like the pressure of we're not growing, we're not doing these things because the vision is in my mind. But then I remember it's only been a year. And so I try to enjoy the journey. So I know there are many milestones to come ahead. But I think we're doing okay for ourselves so far.
Where do you see Chamama in the next 5 years?
I would love to see Chamama in stores. Yeah, that's a dream. To be retailed in stores, in toy stores, in supermarkets. Yeah, and also something that we plan to do in future is to go into events, Chamama events. I won't say everything about that, but in 5 years definitely it will be a big thing. Probably bigger than the products themselves.
What is your advice to people who are struggling to bank on the ideas due to fear of failure?
Oh my! Are you seeing the time I took between the idea conception in 2020 and implementation 2023 towards the end? Because I was in a panic. I can't let another year go by without setting up this business. Fear is a big thing, but a small thing. I wish you could see what a small thing it is. And I said I'm a born again Christian. That scripture of God did not give me a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, of love, and a sound mind. I say that so often. I said it this morning when I thought about doing this. So don't let it keep you from doing things. You'll always regret the things you didn't do, but you'll never regret the mistakes. I feel like with mistakes, you're left with the lessons, but you're glad you did it. But for the things you didn't do, that what if, what could have happened, it's a terrible feeling. So just try see what's on the other side of fear. Bet on yourself. That's another thing. Bet on yourself. Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy, for answering all these questions.
You're welcome.
It's really inspiring.
Thank you.
Kindly give us your closing remarks.
Let me address everyone who's bought a Chamama set from us, bought our vision, believed in it enough to have that set at home. I want to say thank you for trusting in the vision, for trusting in the brand. I have had such a positive experience in business, honestly. And to thank every woman, by this specifically women. I've had random women call me to tell me what a brilliant idea Chamama is and blessing my business. Total strangers. Thank you so much. You don't know how much of an encouragement you've been to me personally and to the whole team of Chamama. So the vision of Chamama is also to take our children away from screens. I'm a parent. I know how difficult that is. It's easier to give the child the screen so you can do the 50 other things you need to do that day. But to be honest, our products, they invite bonding, and those memories stay with them, not just you, but them forever. As I mentioned before, I also had a Chamama set. It wasn't a Chamama set back then, but I had a cooking set just like what we had, and my mom gave me for my 10th birthday, and it was one of the best birthday gifts I could ever be given, and I still remember very many years down the road. So our vision is just that, how families come together. We have so many products that are cooking and waiting to be launched, where dads are going to bond with their sons mothers with their daughters, grandparents with their grandchildren. There's so much more in store for you guys. So just keep working with us, keep trusting in us and in the brand. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much.